Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my spring summer lip wardrobe. So I'm going to be talking you through all of the colours and lip looks I've been loving lately. We've got some beautiful shades here. We've got a lot of kind of on that orange tone. So I'm excited to jump straight into it. Without further ado, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. Let me know what your top lip products are for the summer. Okie dokie. First shade we already have on the lips. This is the Fenty Beauty Heat Lipstick in Hot Cherry. Now this one is a plumping lip gloss. If you don't like plumping products, you're not going to like this one because it's quite spicy. I do believe Fenty have both the ice and the heat formula depending on kind of if you only like one type of plumping. This hasn't got the most colour in the world, but I just think it gives the lips a really, really lovely kind of slightly reddy pink flush. Very, very comfortable. I love the Fenty glosses. They're not sticky. For me, it's not too much spice, but I do like a spicy lip product. So take my words with a pinch of salt. But I think for this one, for me, and it just smells like Fenty lip glosses, which is just one of my favourite scents in the world. If they made that into a perfume, I would wear it every single day. Okie dokie. Next up, this is a fairly new one to me. This is the Vive Lip Dew. This is a glossy lip oil and this one is in the shade Cherub. Now, I love a tinted lip oil. If you're a regular, you'll know I am putting together a whole video where I talk about lip oils, and this one I'm really loving the shade of. It's actually quite pigmented for a lip oil. You can definitely get it glossier if you apply more, but for the purpose of today I just want to kind of show you the colour. Okie dokie. Next up we have this. This is the Glisten Juicy Tint in the shade Watermelon. I absolutely love these. If I want a low maintenance lip, these are what I'm reaching for. These are these are like that perfect Korean lip style tint formula, and like if we just give it a second to dry, they are pretty matte and kind of blurred, almost virtually like completely kiss proof from the start. They are really beautiful. These are the kind of lips that you can put on at the start of the day and you can leave it. This can be blurred out much more, but I've applied it quite intense for you today to see the colour. And I actually think it looks really cute, this look. And I do believe they are bringing out an orange shade, which I cannot wait to pick up because I need this in an orange shade. Right, okay, let's move on to actual lipsticks now. So from MAC, this is the shade Gummy Bear. This is in the Luster Glass formula and it is an absolutely beautiful coral shade. Again, I absolutely love this one. Doesn't do the best for making the teeth look white. However, if you're looking for kind of a low level coral lip. I think this is just a beautiful shade. I love the Lustre Glass formula. They're very comfortable and these wear off really beautifully as well. So even once it does begin to wear off, it's not going to look kind of patchy like some more white based corals can. I just think it's such a beautiful shade. Okay, NYX soft matte lip creams have been a product I've kind of loved, forgotten about, loved again, forgotten about again since I was probably about 14. This is the shade Antwerp and it is the most beautiful neon soft matte pink. It's definitely got that kind of hint of orange. And this with a tan. Oh, if you want like a holiday lip, this is one I absolutely love. It's so beautiful. And this formula is great. It's still great even 15 years down the line from when we first started loving it. It's absolutely beautiful. So smooth, so nice on the lips. I just love this one and I think the colour's so stunning. Okay, next up we've got a couple of kind of more nude based shades if you're not into a bright lip. So first off, this is NARS Power Matte Lipstick in Indiscreet. I love the Power Matte lipsticks and this is like a peachy coral colour. This one is definitely more nude than everything else I'm going to mention today, apart from the other one in this kind of nudie category. It's not a nude, don't get me wrong, it is still quite peachy and there's definitely some colour to it, but I think in terms of if you're not a fan of bright lipsticks, it's definitely one of the more muted ones. I just love this shade and this formula is so beautiful. I don't know why more people don't talk about it. Why I use that Glisten Lip Tint as my third lipstick in, I do not know. Next up, this is the other kind of more nude shade and this one is Charlotte Tilbury Sexy Sienna. Now this one is definitely very similar to now this one, which is Sexy Sienna, is very similar to Indiscreet. I feel like it's just a little bit more orange, it's slightly brighter. I love this shade. I would go as far to say it's probably one of my top 3 Charlotte Tilbury shades. I just think it's gorgeous. As always with the Matte Revolution formula, it's very comfortable. Even though it's very white based, it doesn't settle into lines, which I think is a hard thing to do. So yes, I love this one very much. Right, okay, now if you are not into bright lips and you don't want to see me apply bright lips, this next section is not for you. It's also not for my lips. My lips are crying. But it turns out when you get tattoos on both forearms, you can't swatch on your arms anymore. So, face it is. Right, I don't know which one to do. What's the easiest going to be to come off? Okay, this one is Milani 140 Crave. This one is more of a glossy formula. Now this one is definitely not as smooth as Matte Gummy Bear, but it's on that kind of similar vein of a very glossy coral. This one's definitely got more pink in it, it's got more colour. I really love the, are they colour fetish lipsticks? But I think the Shine formula recently has become a really, like, on top of the matte formula for me. I just think this is gorgeous shade, so perfect for summer, basically will go with most things you're wearing. I just think it's a gorgeous shade, and it is a lot brighter, but it's still kind of subtle and understated in my eyes. This might be crazy bright for somebody else, but you know what I'm like over here. Like, deep red is understated to me. Next up, we've got a very luxe lipstick. This is the Estee Lauder Pure Colour Lipstick Cream in Defiant Coral. The best way I can describe this formula to somebody who knows MAC lipsticks would be it's very similar to the Amplified. So it's high pigment, but it's also glossy. This colour is so fun. I wore this so much last summer. I just think it's such a fun colour. It's still quite pink, so it doesn't do too much at making your teeth look very yellow, but it's definitely got those orange undertones. I just think this is beautiful. And again, with a tan, this looks stunning. I feel like Antwerp is almost like a slightly toned down, matter version of Defiant Coral. But yeah, I love this one. And in all honesty, I've not tried a lot of the Estee Lauder lipsticks, but this formula is stunning. And it definitely makes me want to try more. But we're not doing, because we're on a spelling man. Don't you forget. And yes, I am talking to myself. Okay, we're going to go in with a budget one now. This is Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon in 40 Laugh Louder. Number one, love the name. And this one is a very orange face red. I wore these pencils so much while I was at uni because they're so convenient. You can get a really sharp line, not while you're talking obviously, and when you've swatched like 12 other shades on your lips, but you can get a really defined line. I love this red shade. They are very long lasting, but they're also comfortable to wear. I think this is like the perfect orangey red from the drugstore for me, and I love this formula. If you haven't tried these, I would really, really recommend them. I must remember to apply the last one nicely so I can do the outro with not wonky lipstick. Right, okay. This one, you might be shocked to see this because they have changed the Clinique Pop lipsticks. This is the old packaging, this is Poppy Pop. However, they do still do this shade. I don't know whether the formula is the same, but the shade is the same. Now this one is a very pinky corally red. I think poppy is probably the perfect way to describe it, to be fair. It is a really, really beautiful shade. I love the pop lipsticks. They're very comfortable to wear. I do need to try the new formula because I want to see if they are still the same. But this one, this has been a staple for me for probably about 3-4 summers. I'm not talking about how old it is. And I just love it. Lips feel like they're vibrating, which is not a pleasant feeling. Okie dokie, we are not going to put, excuse me beds, we're not going to put the very matte one on last. No, we're not going to put the very matte one on second to last. We're going to put that one on last. So we're going to do this one next. This is Huda Matte Lipstick in Spring Break. If you want a summery pink shade, this is the one. Now, I love the matte formula from Huda. The only thing I will say is I find the bullets always fall out of the tubes, which is incredibly annoying. Like, I'm pretty sure this one's broken. Yep, it's broken down by the... and I've, like, pressed it back in. It's super annoying, but it doesn't actually change the actual lipstick. You just gotta be careful. I just think this shade is gorgeous. Very kind of bright pink, really in your face. I think it's such a fun spring shade, and it just looks so good with any kind of like pinky, orangey, yellow, even a green. I just think it looks so cool with. Right, last one I wanted to mention, this is the MAC Locked Kiss Ink in Gracious. I feel like nobody talks about these lipsticks. I don't really understand why. I don't know whether it's because I came into the beauty space in like 2011, 2012, when very, very matte lipsticks were all the rage, and I'm just sort of used to wearing them. These are very matte. They are completely transfer proof. They are not sticky in any way, but they are completely matte. If you've got dry lips, you're probably not going to like these. They're a very kind of velvety finish. And I find when you first apply them, you need to give them a minute or two to dry, because if you do smack your lips together, you are going to kind of separate it. Now, like I said, I don't know whether it's because back in the day we were all wearing like MUA velvets and the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra liquid lipsticks, which I still love. I also still love those. So I don't know whether that's kind of why I kind of love this formula, but I don't ever see a lot of people talk about it. But this shade is incredible. I absolutely love this shade. I haven't got anything like this in my collection. It is so opaque despite the fact it's so white toned. Tooth check, not great. But I just think it's such a fun lip colour. It's one of those that you can apply and you know you will probably need to pop a little bit in the centre when you've eaten, but other than that you do not need to worry about it for the rest of the day. They're beautiful. I know some people don't like matte liquid lipsticks, but if you do like matte liquid lipsticks, give these a try because I absolutely love them. I actually love this one so much that it also bought Gutsy, which again, very, very spring summer shade, but this one just takes the cake for me. It is my absolute favourite. I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I want to know in the comments what your favourite spring summer lip colours are, because I want to live vicariously through you guys. I want to hear about all the fun colours you're wearing. I do hope you did enjoy this. As I said, if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.